Yeshua, we were there. We saw the 10 plagues. Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim. We walked through the Yam Suf. We stood in awe as Hashem himself gave us the Torah. And now you enter Eretz Yisrael with an entire generation who did not see what we saw. And so Hashem commands you, once in every 7 years, every man, woman, and child must gather in the Beis HaMikdash to listen to the king reading from the Torah. As they receive the Torah anew, they will once again experience the revelation we felt by Har Sinai, so that even your children will fear Hashem, your God, and keep all the mitzvahs as long as they live on this earth. The question remains, who will teach our children who have not seen? Can you take the challenge? Are you a leader? Are you strong enough? Tzivos Hashem presents Hakhel Squads. 100%. Yeah, I totally understand.
We're live.
I know. I'm on the phone with the Israeli army. 1 second. Yeah. Itzik, it sounds like it's here. I'm coming now.
I'm so excited.
You happy you came?
Yeah. What did the Israeli army call you? What can you do to help?
They don't need me. They need Tzivos Hashem to behave like Hashem's army.
What does that mean? How's Hashem's army meant to behave?
I'm so proud of you. The Rebbe asked the exact same question. Just press the button on your screen.
Tzivos Hashem sollen sich aufführen.
Amazing. So what's the answer?
Want to get the binoculars? Look out the window.
Look! There's soldiers and tanks! It's a real army base!
Yes, the Rebbe told us that we know how Tzivos Hashem should behave by looking at a regular army.
Sagt mir auf der Ruf, aber wie bald am Zed wie der Rebbe hat eingestellt, an der Armee fühlt sich da, zwischen Menschen ist das der Fall, was er sehr viel darf sich fühlen, der Eberstens Armee.
Whoa! We're landing!
Hey, there's a call coming from Itzik from the army. You want to get it?
I see her landing. Come straight into the office building on your left. They're waiting for you.
Thank you for choosing to fly with us. We wish you as pleasant a flight as can be reasonably expected.
The soldiers of Tzivos Hashem are here. We're coming in.
Shalom, Shimi. The Israeli army call you because we need Tzivos Hashem help more than ever.
We're here.
Let's go.
Wow! Look how they train.
Being a soldier is not a game. Soldiers need to take their position very seriously. Let me introduce you to the commander of the Air Force, Major General Eliezer Shakedi.
Chayalim, this man is responsible to make sure that Eretz Yisrael will never lose a war.
Can I ask the general a question?
Sure.
Why is it so important that Eretz Yisrael never loses a war?
We cannot lose a single war. The first war we lose, Israel will cease to exist.
Thank you, General. Now follow me. Now, I want you to meet two of the pilots that blew up the nuclear reactor in Iraq.
Hayalim, in Tafshim Mem Aleph, there was a crazy person who built the nuclear reactor in Iraq, and he wanted to make nuclear bombs that could do terrible damage to Eretz Yisrael. And no one knew what to do. But the Rebbe made Tzivos Hashem that year, and the Rebbe came out with a campaign that everyone should have a letter in the Sefer Torah. And then these two pilots actually went and they flew over the nuclear reactor and they dropped their bombs and they blew it up, and that was the end of that.
And here, the IDF pilots, Lieutenant General Relik Shafir and Lieutenant Colonel Amir Nahumi.
Can I ask them a question also?
Sure.
Did you feel like you had a great responsibility on your head?
We had the burden of keeping up the security of the Jewish people, not just the Israeli nation.
Wow, soldiers have such a big responsibility. We really need to take our position seriously.
That's right.
Can I also ask the pilot a question?
Sure.
Were you scared that you were going to get killed?
What is the most fear of a pilot? Is not to get killed, is to blow the mission.
Pilots, thank you very much. Now, Chayalim, one more person. Follow me. Chayalim, this is the Army communication room.
Is it possible to show them their orders from their general directly from here? Do you have the password?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Ich doch verstandig, wie mir seht in Tzivos, da unten, dass nicht das Spielchen und dass nicht eine Sache, was man macht, das weiß wie, warum das eine ernste Sache, mir gehört zu der Armee, wo der Rebbe stellt ihr auf und verlässt sich auf ihr, als sie wird einnehmen, Milchemes Hashem, die Milchome, wo der Rebbe will, aber soll fielen, an gegen dem Yetzer.
Our soldiers are regular soldiers. You are in God's army. God is relying on you to win his battle against the Yetzer Hara.
Do you understand?
Yes.
That's how a soldier answers?
Yes, sir!
That's much better.
Please, let me introduce you to an Israeli journalist. His name is Moti Eden. But there's one problem. He doesn't speak English.
It's okay, I'll translate for the children. I understand that you had the schos to go into Yechidus with the Rebbe. Would you be able to tell us about that Yechidus?
I knew that children's rallies were very important to the Rebbe. I remembered that every time there was a call from the Rebbe for rallies, it was before a critical event, like before the Yom Kippur War. So I asked the Rebbe, why?
We actually have the recording of what the Rebbe answered you in Yechidus. Could we play that for the Chayalim? Thank you.
Did you hear what the Rebbe said? It's from your mouth that Hashem gets his strength to win the war. The people from the Knesset can't do it, but you could. That's why we call you here. Because the Israeli army needs Tzivos Hashem to win the war.
Chayalim, did you know that the year of Tafshin Chav Zayin, the year of the 6-Day War, was the year of Hakhel? And did you know that the year of Tashin Lamed Dalet, the year of the Yom Kippur War, was a Hakhel year? And like I told you before, that the year of Tashmem Aleph, when this madman created this nuclear reactor and was finished in Tashmem Aleph, that was also a Hakhel year. And each time the Rebbe told us to make special gatherings and told us that these gatherings is what's going to save the Yidden in Eretz Yisrael and around the world.
Wow, we really better make sure we do lots of Hakhel this year.
Chayalim, I think it's time we start heading home. It's getting late. That's right, Shalom Bear. The whole world is relying on you, Tzivos Hashem.
Wow, we better make sure to do a lot of Hakhels this year.
Did you know that the Rebbe gave us exact instructions what to do by the Hakhel meetings? Well, what we've done is we've made a special film for the way home with the Rebbe's instructions exactly what to do by each meeting. Here, let's press.
The 4 divisions. Just like every army has different divisions. The Air Force, Navy, Ground Forces, Intelligence. Each division plays their own important role, and together they protect their land and conquer more territory.
in alle Armeen. Es a da verschiedene Abteilungen, was jeder von sie hat sich ihr spezielle Arbeit.
So too, Hashem's army has 4 divisions. Each division has 2 special leaders who stand on the 4 sides of Hashem's throne. The 2 leaders on the south are Avraham and Sarah. On the north, Yitzchak and Rivka. On the east, Yaakov and Leah. On the west, David and Hakhel. By the soldiers of Tzivos Hashem following the ways of the Avos and Imahis, we will conquer all 4 directions of the world for Hashem.
Als ist da in Tzivos Hashem, wo sie zählen sich voneinander auf 4 Chalokim, wo das sie verbunden mit Avraham, Yitzchak, Yankiv und David, wo sie seine Dechechet in Zoll 4 und jeder von sie verbunden mit einer besonderen Ruach, mit einer besonderen Seite von der Welt, wie der erklärt Avraham verbunden mit Yemin, mit Dorin, Yitzchak verbunden mit Sofen und Yankiv verbunden mit Mizrach und David verbunden mit Meirev. Und als Jechet bei Negeis zu den Imahis ist eine Dechechet 4. Sore, Rivka, Hakhel und Leah, wo sie ist eine Dechechet an gegen die 4 Ruches. Yoma, Kedma, Tzafena, Negbo.
The battle plan. Just like in every army, soldiers train with their generals to learn how to combat the enemy. So too, Chayolim of Tzivos Hashem must train with their generals, their Madrichim and Madrichas, to learn how to fight our enemy, the Yetzer Hara. At each training meeting, we will plan an all-out attack on the Yetzer Hara by following the Maisim Tovim of one of the Avos and Imahis. At one meeting, our attack will be based on the Maisim Tovim of Avraham and Sarah. A second meeting, our attack will follow Yitzchak and Rivka. A third meeting, Yaakov and Leah. A fourth, David and Hakhel. Each meeting will end with a group hachlata. This is how we will protect our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael, destroy our enemies, and most importantly, bring Mashiach now!
Und der Fall ist eine gute Sache, aber ich habe sie sich zusammenkleiden. Von Zeit zu Zeit und machen einen Plan, was sie zu umgehen mit Milchemes HaYetzer, soll einmal sein, der Hauptattacke Die Hauptanstrengung in den meisten Tevim, was Teira erzählt wegen Avraham Avinu oder wegen Sora Imenu, hat noch an anderer Zeit, was mit erzählt wird, was mit sich vernehmen, mit der Attacke, leid die meisten Tevim von Yitzchak und sein Frau Rivke, und als Echel geht zu Yankiv und Leo und David und Rochel. Und wie sie erzählt in Chumash und in Medrashim, wegen der speziellen meisten Tevim, was jeder von sie hat getan.
We really need to take this seriously.